Hello, in this video we'll see how to interface a DHT11 sensor with the Raspberry Pi board and display the temperature and humidity readings on the I2C LCD. So DHT11 is a basic low-cost digital temperature and humidity sensor. It uses a capacitive humidity sensor and a thermistor to measure the surrounding air and gives out a digital signal to the data pin which we connect to. So in here we would be using an I2C LCD in addition, on which we would be showing the values output from the sensor and learn about the characteristics of the weather around us. So let's get started with the pin connections now. Starting with the sensor. The sensor has got 3 pins here. So this is the pin with the S naming is the signal pin. So the signal pin is connected to the GPIO4 on the Raspberry Pi board. So the GPIO4 has got the one wire interface option on it here. So this one wire interface is used to collect the data on a single channel basis. So for newer versions of Raspberry Pi, we'll need to configure the one wire interface through the sudo raspi config command. I'll show you that in the steps further. So next we connect the voltage pin to the 5V pin on the Raspberry Pi and then the ground pin to the ground pin of the Raspberry Pi. So these are the necessary connections for the sensor to be connected to the Raspberry Pi board. So now I2C LCD has got pins ground, VCC, SDA and SCL pins. So it is an I2C communication which would be happening here. So the ground pin will be connected on the ground pin of the Raspberry Pi here. The VCC connecting to 5V pin on the Raspberry Pi, and then SDA to the SDA pin and SCL to the SCL pin of the board. So once these connections are done, we have a few steps to follow in the software side. That includes installing the library for the DHT11 sensor. So the library would be provided by Adafruit here. So we would use that library for interfacing. And for newer versions of Raspberry Pi, I'll show you how to enable the one wire interface on the Raspberry Pi board and start getting the temperature and the humidity data from the sensor and display it onto the LCD now. So before we start configuring the software part, we'll verify the hardware connections and start proceeding towards our implementation. So here we are with the project hardware. So let's have a closer look at the modules and their connections to the Raspberry Pi board and proceed to the implementation. So at first we have the DHT11 sensor. So as you see, it has got a plus output and a minus sign. So the plus is for the 5V pin, out is for the data pin, and the minus for the ground pin. So all those respective connections would be done on the Raspberry Pi. And then we have the I2C LCD here fitted with the I2C backpack. So the I2C LCD has got a ground, VCC, SDA and an SCL pin. So the ground pin would be connected on the ground pin of the Raspberry Pi, VCC with the 5V, SDA with the SDA pin and the SCL with the SCL pins of the board. So the potentiometer box here is for toggling the brightness of the LCD which we are using here, and the LED part on the leftmost side of the module controls the backlight. So connecting the jumper would mean that the backlight would be on, removing that specific jumper would mean that the backlight would be off. So all those connections are done in with the Raspberry Pi. So now let's go on to install the software packages and configure everything that is required to interface the sensor and get the values printed on the LCD. So these are the steps for the software configuration part. At the first step, we clone the repository. So the Adafruit Python DHT repository would be cloned to the Raspberry Pi, and then once we download that, for installation part, we would follow the second step here. So we need to move into the directory called Adafruit Python DHT. Inside that, we need to run these two commands now. So the first one would be installing the necessary dependencies for the module to be successfully configured, and then we install the setup file for the module. So that enables all the functionality for the sensor to work with the Raspberry Pi. So the third step here is for the newer versions of the Raspberry Pi. So this is the one wire interface which I was talking about. We seem to notice a problem while using the sensor. We get non-values from the sensor for the temperature as well as the humidity part. When such a case arises, we need to follow these few commands here. So first we run the sudo raspi config in the terminal, and then select interfacing options in that, and we select the one wire interface and then run the program back again to check the output. So I'll do that and show it to you now. So this is the terminal window of the Raspberry Pi. So I run sudo raspi config. So we see here in the list we have the interfacing options. So navigate it with the arrow keys. When we want to select it, press the right arrow. So you could toggle between these two options like select and finish. So when you're ready to choose the option, press enter, and then here we have the one wire interface here. So select that. So it asks for enabling the one wire interface. Say yes, then it is enabled to click OK, then finish the setup now. So for me it was enabled earlier itself, so it did not ask me to restart it. So whenever you do the process for the first time, it would ask you for rebooting the device again. So reboot the device and then get back to the directory in which the code file is placed, and then start running the code, and then you could verify the outputs now. So now I'm in the directory with the code files in it. Directly run the program now. So once we start running, the hardware starts responding to it. So now let's shift to the hardware to check it out. So here is the project hardware responding to the program which we have written. So at first it shows learn electronics, the second row having the DHT11 with RPI text. When you have a reading on the sensor pin, you would get it printed on the LCD screen now. So there you go, we have our readings now. The temperature is 29 degrees with a humidity of 74%. So here we have our next value with the 30 degrees centigrade temperature and humidity of 73%. When I try to put a warm object, so you see here humidity has risen. So I just blew up warm air into my hand and covering up the sensor now. So now let's see how it responds when it's completely open to air. So you see here readings have changed again. The temperature has risen a degree and the humidity has fallen now. So in this way we are successfully able to implement the project by interfacing the sensor, getting the values printed on the LCD. So once you're done with the program, just give the keyboard interrupt, which stays up for 5 seconds and then fades away. So this was all the implementation part. Now let's check the code built up for implementation and understand it thoroughly. So here we are with the main code file which we have used to implement the project. Let's start understanding it step by step now. At first we import the sys module, so that is for using the system specific parameters in a program, and then we use the I2C LCD driver, so that is a support file for configuring the I2C LCD with the Raspberry Pi, and then we import the Adafruit _ DHT, that's the module which we installed for configuring the DHT11 to the Raspberry Pi. So then we move on to importing the time module. This would be used for including the delay in our program. So then we initialize the myLCD variable with commands associated with the I2C LCD driver now. All those initialization functions would be kept with myLCD variable now. We use the myLCD variable to call the functions associated with the I2C LCD driver. So the first command we use here is LCD clear. So at first we clear the screen and then we start displaying the string now. So this LCD display string function has got the string and the row number here as the function attributes. You might have a column attribute as well, as you can see in the next step. This would specify from where the text needs to be printed on the screen. So initially we print a string here, learn electronics, and in the second row we print DHT11 with RPI. Once this is done, we move on to our main loops now. So at first the try loop, and then we use the while loop to run the program forever. So while true is the infinite looping condition here. So we enter the loop and then start reading the values from the sensor. So the read function here, the Adafruit _ DHT.read write, this function tries for 15 times for getting a sensor reading on the pin which you have connected it to. So the pin is GPIO4. So here you have to be particular about mentioning the GPIO naming itself, not the board pin naming, and then the number in front, that is 11, is the sensor model number. So if you are using DHT11, then you'll need to mention 11 here. If you are using DHT22, then you need to mention 22 here. So in this way we would be initializing and reading all the sensor values on the Raspberry Pi pin now. So you tend to get some non-values, so the value might sometimes not be read by the Raspberry Pi pin. So in that case we ignore that value, and whenever there is a specific meaningful value on the pin, we would accept that value and print it on the LCD now. So all this runs under the if condition. So if temperature is not equal to none and humidity is not equal to none, then we clear the LCD again and then print the temperature and the humidity values respectively in a specific format here. So these are some system specific formats which makes the output look much better now. So as we have done earlier, the LCD display string would take the string along with the value of the variable. So the temperature value would be incorporated in the string, and then we specify the row at which it must print. So the first row starting from the second column. In the same way we do it for the humidity readings. Take the humidity text and put up the humidity value which we get from the sensor into the string, and then print it in the second row starting from the first column. Once all this is done, we put our device to sleep for a second and then run the while loop again to extract values from the sensor. So to stop the program, we give a keyboard interrupt. So whenever a keyboard interrupt is given, we have this particular code in here. We start clearing the LCD and then print a specific text. Thanks for watching. So we print it in 2 different rows starting from different cursor positions, and when this is done, we put the module to sleep for 5 seconds now. Just display the string for some time and then clear it back again once the program ends. So this was all about the main code file used. In this video, we have seen how to interface the DHT11 sensor with the Raspberry Pi board and display the values on the I2C LCD. So based on this sensor tutorial, you could build various other projects and applications and explore a lot more. Some of the applications may include IoT weather stations, condition monitoring, etc. So you could go on to build more applications with these basics. To get the code file for this project, please do check out the blog link given in the description below. Thank you.